I would be sucking up to my son, who is now the son-in-law of the president. He could really do a lot for me. Now, but he's married at a remarkably young age, huh? How long have they been married at this point?
A long time.
I mean,
in the future,
how many years in the future were we?
15 years.
15 years. So he's married at 20, but he's been married for a long time. Which means, when you say a long time, I'm thinking probably more than a couple of years, which means I would have had to grant parental consent for him to get married, right? I mean, you're following me?
Yeah.
So would I really do that? To my 13-year-old son? And would I pimp him out to the president's daughter? How long has Kanye's term been at this point? Has he been reelected already?
Everybody dropped out in 2016 and he became the president.
He became president in 2016 and changed the Constitution so that he could continue to be president for 4 terms? Shit! Man, thank God my kids are also Canadian citizens. We can maybe head this whole thing off and move north of the border. That was a super weird experience. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, Misha. My name is Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
So Jared has his Always Keep Fighting campaign, and you have Random Acts. And I've noticed that recently Random Acts has been doing some more in support of mental health, which is really great. As someone with a mental illness who also works in mental health, I can attest to how comforting hearing words of support from the people we look up to and we love can really be. Sometimes it's 3 in the morning and you can't call somebody, and all you can do is pull up that clip on YouTube and watch it over and over again to just stay here. So my question is, if you could look out into this audience right now and say something to those people who are fighting to stay here, what would you say to them?
You are the mental health professional. What should I say? I feel like if you say the wrong thing in this context, things could go really badly. There's a quote that I really love that I refrain sometimes, which is, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. And I think that is mostly true. Although I think that there are a lot of times when it feels like suffering is not within our control. And I don't know, I think that there's a lot of people out there in this community, again, that really support one another, and that there is a safety net of love and care available, and it's just barely at arm's reach. So I hope that people know that there's a lot of people that they can reach out to. One of the things that we're trying to do right now with Random Acts is we're working with To Write Love on Her Arms, and we're trying to build a network where people can call in at any hour, and there will be somebody there. Actually, it's going to be an online interface. It will be sort of the first phase, but there'll be people who are trained and able to respond to crisis situations, and so hopefully that'll be helpful. But yeah, thank you.
So I'm from Tahiti. I flew all the way from Tahiti to get here, and I'm so happy to be here. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we are glad that you're here as well. Tahiti, holy smokes. Stop it, you mob mentality people. Is this your first time? Have you been to the lower 48 before?
No.
No? What do you think of it? It's so tiny and quaint here in Chicago, isn't it?
Chicago, yeah, tiny.
No, not tiny.
No, I was joking. Chicago is so big.
I've never been to Tahiti.
You haven't?
I have not. What? It's a magical place. been to many other countries?
Nah.
No? Where have you been in the world?
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
That's very different from Tahiti. Yes. I was in Palau. Do you know where Palau is? It's in Micronesia.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit past your neighborhood. That's where my son was conceived. I don't know how it happened. It's a very beautiful part of the world. I also took, for some reason, a photo of a starfish tied to my crotch, which I think was a little bit ill-conceived. I already did. Also, it wasn't a great idea. So I feel like we've strayed, though, from the original point of your question.
My original question was, what is your task in flip-flops?
What is my what?
Your task in flip-flops. I knew you were going to ask that. What is my taste in flip-flops? I have a pair of flip-flops that are AstroTurf flip-flops. So it looks like I'm walking on a little piece of grass. They're pretty great. What is your taste in flip-flops? Simple ones, I guess.
You like the simple flip-flop? No. I really didn't expect to be talking about this today. I feel like I didn't adequately prepare for this conversation. What are you wearing right now on your feet? Boots. Did you buy those boots for this trip, or did you have them already?
They're my mom's.
They're your mom's boots from when she came to America many years ago.
No, she ordered them online.
She ordered them online. Where does she do most of her shopping?
Amazon.
Amazon is big in Tahiti, is it? Do you have Amazon Prime in Tahiti? No, that must be frustrating. Does that sometimes make you want to move? And you can't get 2-day free delivery? No, you want to stay? Okay. It was nice to talk to you. I look forward to seeing your flip-flops. Are you going to be wearing, did you bring any flip-flops?
No, I should have.
Yes, you definitely should. Okay.
Hey.
Hi.
So, Jason just tweeted that he's going to be here tonight for the
Holy smokes.
Yeah, so I'm pretty
I'm
excited
totally
about
going to
that.
throw my bra at the stage. Let's do it.
Well, my question is actually related to Jared and Jensen. If they were forced to be your personal slave for a week, what menial, terrible tasks?
Which,
would
by
you
the way,
make
does
them
not
do?
happen very often. What?
What menial, terrible tasks would you make them complete for you? Just to get back at them for all the pranks that they've done, like pie in the face, all of that. What would you make them do?
First of all, just for the record, I want to say that I'm opposed to slavery. However, I would make an exception in this instance.
Indentured servitude. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
You're right, though. I think that it would be nice to have them do fairly degrading things. I mentioned earlier today in another conversation that I had been in an RV that the toilet had clogged. It didn't just clog, it froze and the pipes burst and it was just disgusting. So it'd be awesome if they could take care of that. I don't know, whatever the work that I want them to do, it has the terms septic, bilge, leach field. I want them to be working in that arena. I met a guy once who worked he worked for the city of Los Angeles, cleaning the city sewers. And he emphatically thought that it was the coolest job in the world. He was like, it is such an awesome job, man. I've got to take you down there sometime.